Okay.
just to let you know
All right.
that we're
Thank you.
started.
All right.
So
Anyway, welcome to the morning ramble. It may look like this is a remote morning ramble, but I assure you, it is not.
it is not.
We are gonna switch over to a more remote setup, and we might do a lot more of these live streamed ones.
Yeah,
Like this is just basic housekeeping stuff. We went live on the debate, and I know that we've been off for a couple of months.
2 months, 3 months, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was getting difficult to find content.
I don't think it was difficult to find content. I just think it's like it's busy. Like I 2 jobs. I was doing a bunch of stuff over the summer. You're busy with stuff.
Yeah.
We also live 40 minutes away,
Yeah,
so it's we
So
don't get paid.
we both have webcams now, so we'll
Mhm.
be doing more remote
Yeah.
stuff. And because we have different abilities now when it comes to showing things on screen
Yes.
and being separate, we can actually have more guests on,
Yeah.
which is something that I'm looking
And
forward
then
to.
we can, even if we just keep the free setup with this restream, you'll see the watermark. Where am I going?
Somewhere.
Over there. If you see the watermark for that, it's free and it's awesome because we can invite up to 6 people. So even with me and him, we can have 4 more people on the same live stream,
Yeah.
which is really cool. And then we could broadcast it like we're doing now. No one's watching us live now, but maybe someone will realize that we're on, and we could just save it there. And then we could also share like our screens if we have videos to watch, or articles like today. We're just going to pull them up, so it's very handy. A lot less work on my end and a lot easier on your end because we're not traveling and planning. We could just hop on one night.
Yeah.
And if we get used to this, maybe we can make it like a like a schedule. Like, although if we do it at night, it wouldn't be the morning ramble now, would it?
I mean, what are names?
What is morning?
Morning's what you
It's
make
morning
of it.
somewhere. Someone's morning.
Yeah. A ton of people are mourning every day.
But yeah, I mean, I would like to do some more live streams if there's debates, which we'll talk about in a second. And maybe on election day, even though with mail-in ballots, we don't know. It might be weeks until we figure out who won the election, depending on how things are counted and what else could happen, which is an array of things.
I thought that they were starting to count them already.
Are they starting to count them?
I thought that was
certain states.
idea.
I think Pennsylvania is one of certain states you can't open them until like the day of, which is going to be a lot of work because thousands of ballots are coming in, and each like you're going to have county workers like So it might. I don't know if some states are already counting or not. That'd be interesting if like those results got leaked though. If someone said, "Oh yeah, this county has so many for Biden" or something like that.
That would be definitely an interesting kind of look into it. Probably
Yeah.
way more accurate than a lot of the polls I've been seeing.
I don't even look at the polls because they were awful
find them
4 years.
hilarious.
They were awful 4 years ago. I have seen so many people like, you ever go on those like electoral college websites and you can map everything out? I've seen people like, look at this is what I predict, and it's like all blue, or like, look, this is what I predict, it's like all red except for California, and I'm just like, stop it. Like, you don't know anything. And then you have other people mocking them. Leave it to the professionals. I'm like, what professionals?
There
Like,
are no professional.
there is
poll
no
takers.
professionals.
One of the funny polls that I saw recently was right after the debate.
Oh, who won or something like that?
No, it wasn't a who won debate. It was after the debate, who would you most trust to be the president? And it was like, I don't know, 20-something% Biden, like in the teens Trump.
It was like
And then the
57%.
rest of it
Like,
was
no.
Jorgensen.
Oh, was it Jorgensen? Yeah. I think she actually shared a poll. I don't know if it was that exact one or something similar, because it said, who would you, after that debate, who would you prefer? Like, who do you trust or something like that? I was like, 57% was either Jorgensen or like third party. And like, she shared it and she's like, to the 57% of Americans, I'm here. Like,
It's true. She's doing excellent things when it comes to her campaign.
yes.
And I do want to talk about that just a little bit.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, I definitely want to talk about her.
During the debate, which we were live streaming,
Mhm.
I don't know if anyone could see on my screen when I was on.
Yeah.
But I kept clicking over to something. I was clicking over to her little live stream that she had.
Oh yeah, she was set up somewhere with an interviewee, and then and they were kind of like watching it and monitoring it and something like that.
Yeah, so I was clicking over to her, and the fact that she, I think what she was trying to show there was that there was somebody who was going to react to certain things in a not loud, obnoxious way.
Yeah.
And that's been her whole thing recently, just being calm, collected. And I mean, we're kind of on the debate thing right now. I know we said we weren't going to talk about it.
Yeah, well, no, let's just go into it. So we're good.
But the one thing I was thinking when we went into the debate, I don't think I told you this or anything. The one thing I was thinking was, if Biden manages to stay calm, he will win the debate. He did not manage to stay calm.
I know exactly what you're saying, because I agree with you. Trump has this provoking personality.
He's provocative.
And he gets under your skin. And we saw that with the primaries in 2016.
Yes.
And the best example for Biden to look at, he should go back and watch what this person did and what happened, which was the person that I really liked was Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio is a stand-up senator. He's very straightforward. He's not, he doesn't say anything outlandish, your typical politician. And Trump just went after him when he got in third under Cruz, and Rubio made the mistake of doing the same thing Trump was doing, which is not what you need to do, because Trump will win that battle every single time. And Hillary did the same thing.
Yeah,
by
you
calling
can't go to his level.
Yes, you can't. You have to stay above water. You have to stay straight. And that would, because there are people, I guess you can say that they're in the middle or centrist or whatever, where that stuff matters to them a lot. And it does, whether they're kind of teetering between the two or they just don't care who between the two. And if one person stays above board, they're going to go that way. So I did see that. And, Biden, he wasn't as interrupting and I guess you could say as bad as far as that case during the debate as Trump was, but still it was just, they were both awful.
Yeah. I've seen a bunch of suggestions as to how to deal with that. One of the suggestions I saw a lot was just cut their mics at a certain point. But here's the thing.
They're adults.
You shouldn't have to do that.
You shouldn't have to cut a mic.
I get that these two men have zero respect for one another. I get that.
Yeah.
But if you want to be the president of the United States, you are going to deal with people who you don't like and who you don't agree with all the time.
Yeah.
That is essentially your full-time job. And if one of these guys can't show that they can do that, what's the debate even for at this point if it's just them screaming at each other? And
here's the thing. I want to throw criticism at all three of these guys. And when I say three of them, I mean Wallace, because I've seen a lot of people were saying Biden won. A lot of people were saying Trump won. A lot of people saying that Wallace was out for Trump. A lot of people are saying Wallace did a really good job. I just want to throw my 2 cents in on each one of these people. Trump needs to shut up when Biden's talking. He needs to let Biden, from a Republican standpoint, he will stumble on his words if you let him breathe. He did not let Biden breathe. He wouldn't let him answer questions sometimes. If you would just let Biden talk, there's a chance he could talk himself into a hole, and he wasn't giving him that chance. So that's what annoyed me with Trump. What annoyed me with Wallace is what I want to talk about. Two things. And one of them, I haven't seen that many people say, so I don't know why. One thing was there was many times, and when I went back and rewatched what we saw, there was a lot of times where Trump would ask a question to Biden, and one of two things would happen. One, Trump wouldn't let him answer. Or two, Wallace would be like, okay, let's go to the next question. And that kind of annoyed me, because it's like, yes, it was chaotic, but at the same time, when there was moments where there could have been a back and forth, I felt like Wallace didn't let it happen. And that kind of bugged me a little bit. It's like, no, you're not supposed to stop. Let Biden answer and then continue, or let Biden ask a question back, to Trump.
I think that was the structure of it, because when he came out and said, you each have 2 minutes to answer these particular questions,
Yeah.
And I'm not sure where the questions came from.
Wallace wrote them.
Wallace wrote them.
He came up with the topics and he wrote the questions.
That's a little weird. I don't
It
think
is a little
that
weird.
the moderator should be the one who's coming up with the questions.
I think it should be split. I think maybe Biden's campaign should have a couple questions and Trump's campaign should have a couple questions, and then they should be mixed in together.
We're almost at the point where I would honestly prefer for a debate format for this election.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that I want it to be every debate that I ever see in my life, because I think that a lot can be gained from seeing two people who don't have the same opinions interacting on stage.
Yes.
I mean, myself and Eric, we've had debates, and we don't have a ton here on the Ramble.
No, we've only had, I think, 2.
Yeah, something like that.
Or like 2, but it wasn't planned. Like, they just kind of went into it.
Yeah, sometimes
and then that was it. And then we
moved on.
And then we moved on.
But I really think that actually having some sort of remote setup where the questions get asked, the questions get answered, and then it cuts to the other person in a different location so they can't interrupt each other.
So we're not going to cut off mics. We'll just keep them in separate rooms.
We'll keep them in separate rooms. Have them each live streaming.
Yeah.
So you can only watch the one if you want.
Okay.
And the question gets asked, the question gets answered, and then if there's a follow-up question, then that question can get asked. And this whole timed debate thing.
Yeah.
Like, how long was the debate?
An hour and a half. Yeah. 90 minutes.
That's not long enough. It's not to deal with all of the pressing issues in this country right now.
I think they should. That there's 3 debates. Well, supposedly, and we all know, we'll talk about in a second, but Trump is positive with COVID. But there is supposed to be 3 debates, and I think like maybe 2 major topics per debate. That leaves 6 open topics. Like, like if this one was about the Supreme Court and COVID, and then the handling of that would be it for that whole 90-minute debate. And then the second one could be like, climate change and, environmental protections. And then maybe we'll do, I don't even know, like, that we could do like the economy, like, like jobs, stuff like that. And I think that would work out really well, but you're going to have kind of this mixed bag every single time.
Yeah.
One more critique I wanted to say, and I don't know if you're going to agree with me on this, but one thing that just really annoys me. There's lots of things you can critique Trump on, okay, from a Democratic point of view. You can criticize him on several things. The one thing that keeps getting brought up is what annoys me, though. Chris Wallace looked at Trump and asked him this question, and he pre-wrote this, which makes it worse, and asked him to denounce white supremacy. Now, I want to talk about this for a second, because Trump, on a dozen occasions in the last 4 years, has constantly denounced white supremacy, hate groups, KKK, go back to, 4 years. I mean, people were pulling Chris Wallace asking that same question in 2016 and him repeating himself, and Trump after the whole Charlottesville thing, clarifying the air and repeating himself, and on his way to his helicopter in the past 2 years, saying it again. Why does he constantly have to keep saying it? There are so many other things that you can talk to him about, and it's just constantly being brought up. Even someone else, someone pulled a tweet from 3 years ago, Jim Acosta. It's like Trump denounces white supremacy in an interview today at, whatever. And then like 2 days ago, Acosta tweeted out, Trump finally denounces white supremacy. And it's like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, how many times does someone have to say one thing? Now, you can criticize him on different things of that, but it's like, I don't know. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? It's just super annoying.
It's an easy answer, Eric. People don't have long memories.
It's not even about the easy answer, because if I was Trump, I think I would have come out even harsher than what he did when if Chris Wallace would have asked that to me, if I was in that situation, I'd be like, I will not even dignify that with a response because of how many times I have had to say it. You know what I mean? It's like constantly, are you a racist? Are you a racist? Are you a racist? You can have whatever opinion you want of the man, but you're going to constantly ask him the same exact question over and over and over and over again. And that's what annoys me, because
an easy question with an easy answer.
It's not even about that, though, because it's about mainstream media and the Democratic Party constantly perplexing this narrative that he is a white supremacist, which is false. And we could debate that another time if you want. It's just, it annoys me that it's constantly being brought up.
I don't
because
think
there's
he's a
so
white
many
supremacist.
Well, the thing is, though, a lot of Democrats do. A
I
lot of
just
people.
think
I think
he's
that
a rich white man.
he is a rich white
so
man.
he has a different view on those things.
Yes.
I get that.
Yes.
And
you could criticize him
on the street.
Exactly, and you could criticize him on those views and how he is not connected to the people who are living in those communities. That's fine, because that's what you need. That's what people need to do. Is higher ups. But I don't know. Just that question really bugged me, because it's just, to me, it was just to get a soundbite. And from Wallace, it really annoyed me. So, he could have, if he was really wanted to talk about that issue, he could have worded a better question that would have dignified a different response.
Something that I think I didn't see very much.
What's that?
Back in 2016, when we were having the debates,
yeah,
one thing I saw a lot of was Trump destroys Hillary, or Hillary destroys Trump. I didn't see that a lot after this debate, because everybody just accepted the fact that it didn't go well for either
Only
side.
One person got destroyed, and that was the American people.
Okay, on to the next.
Next topic. I like the one meme, the Dumb and Dumber one, where they're arguing, and it's like that guy sitting in the middle. It's like Americans. It's like Trump, Biden. No, you didn't say that. La 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 la. It's very true. There's so many of them. Anyway, all right. Let's get into other stuff. We weren't going to talk about the debate, and we ended up talking about the debate.
This is what happens on the Ramble.
Yeah,
that's just how it goes.
All right, where are we? Nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
All right, well,
we're doing it that way.
Whatever.
Until I figure it out. Wait, what if I do? There we go.
There we go.
We'll do this. Okay. So I wanted to talk about Pennsylvania real quick, because there was an issue with the ballots. And actually, Mark Ruffalo tweeted about this. I don't know why I learned about this through Mark Ruffalo, but apparently...
Sometimes you just got to learn about stuff through Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah. So he called it a secrecy ballot, which I get why he said that. At first, I was kind of just like, what in the world? But basically, when you request a mail-in ballot, it comes in a form, in an envelope, obviously, and you give the ballot, you have the return envelope, and then there's this other envelope, and on the front of it, in big bold letters, it says official election ballot. And after reading, what you're supposed to do is you'll fill out your ballot as is. You're then going to put it in this secondary one, official mail-in ballot. You need to seal it, and you also need to write your name and address on it as if it was going through the mail, but it's not. You're then going to put that in the return envelope, from what I was reading, and then it goes in, because they're going to take those out, and if there's no identification on them, that draws an issue. So that's the big concern. It's called the naked ballot rule, could lead to thousands of PA votes getting rejected. I don't know if there's instructions when it gets sent. I would assume there is, but it's the government, so I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like, when they get it, like, is there going to be like a little slip, like, fill this out, put it in this envelope, write your name and address on it, put in this, like, is there going to be like a little walkthrough?
There was, yes.
Oh, there was. Okay, well then
I got one in the mail.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't get one.
I didn't ask for one.
I didn't. They keep asking me if I want one. I keep telling them no.
I just ended up with one somehow, and I just tore it up because I was just like, I'm going to vote in person. So
yeah,
because I already had that little faux pas the last time I tried to vote.
Yeah,
and that was annoying.
Mm-hmm.
You can look back on one of the past rambles to hear about that. I don't remember which one it was. It was the one after the last election we had. So it was in 2018?
2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we voted on, was it Senator? I think it was Senator. Lou Barletta was running, I believe. Yeah, so the reason why they're calling it the naked ballot, like if you look here, is just if people just fill out their ballot and then put it in the return envelope, it doesn't have an election envelope that it's already in.
Right.
Is it a weird... Yes and no, because I feel like, well, couldn't they just keep the actual envelope that it got sent through the mail? Like, why do you need to take anything out? Like, when you go to count it, open it then. Like, why do you need to do this third step of taking it out? So, yeah, I do agree. It's a little weird. Is it that much more complicated? No.
No, it's 2 envelopes. People can deal with that.
Yeah. But that was what a lot of people are kind of saying. There's like, hey, pay attention when you're doing it. I think maybe if just people aren't paying attention or just don't care, maybe an older
I mean,
generation is doing it.
You really should pay attention when you're voting.
Yes, I think this isn't just like, like some type of this isn't like for a store card. Like you're voting, so read the instructions and fill it out. I don't know. Do you have to use pen or pencil? See, I have no idea because I don't vote that
Pretty
way.
sure you have to use pen.
Pen, purple pen. No,
Pretty sure it has to be
black or blue.
Black or blue, yeah.
Purple pen. All right. So yeah, that's
filled it out with a Crayola.
Yeah, right. Washable marker. All right, and then as we talked about before, Trump is positive with COVID-19.
And as usual, we are getting conflicting stories because why not?
Yeah, well, not only that, but just the reactions from Republicans and Democrats. It's just too much. I don't even feel like talking about it. But I watched the video of him right before he went on the helicopter because he did go to what was the medical center? Walter Reed, which is a military hospital. I guess he's going to work in the office there. Yeah, that's about it. I guess this was 2 hours ago. His doctor said he's doing very well. He's not on oxygen. He does not have a fever at all. And for people who don't know, the reason why he even got tested was one of his aides, Hope Hicks, I guess, tested positive.
Yes.
So they tested him. He went positive. Mike Pence is not, and neither is his wife. And then Melania obviously tested positive. So, yeah, the debate's in 14 days from when this happened. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say the second debate's probably not going to happen because
I would not imagine so.
Or if it'll happen via Skype or Zoom.
Oh, that would be great.
Then you could really mute it.
Yeah, then you could actually do that.
I'm thinking, though, what they're going to do, if I had to guess, was that there's going to be a vice president debate that's happening this week. And then they might just do one more debate at the end of the month.
How do you think that vice president debate's going to go? Honestly, I think that is going to be a little bit more of a one, civil, and two,
I think it will definitely be more civil. Mike Pence is a stand-up guy. Kamala Harris is very well spoken.
Two very knowledgeable.
They're very smart. They're very well spoken. Obviously, polar opposites politically, which will make it very interesting.
Yes,
but I do think it's going to be. Normally, they're more civil. If you go back and watch some of the clips from Tim Kaine and Pence, it was very straightforward.
I do sort of wonder, though, after all of this time being under Trump presidency, I do wonder if McCain is going to have more teeth, if you will.
McCain?
I mean, not McCain.
Pence.
McCain. I don't know why I had McCain on the mind there.
I said Tim Kaine and you thought of McCain.
Yeah, that must have been the word association.
Yeah.
Pence. Mike Pence.
Yeah. It's funny because I saw a lot of people saying like, oh, Kamala Harris is going to, drag Pence through the water or whatever like that. I'm like, listen, Mike Pence is very well, soft spoken, and you might not like him politically at all, but he's very smart and he's very well spoken, and I think it's going to be a good debate.
I think it has.
I'm very interested to watch that. Maybe we'll live stream it. It's on Wednesday night.
What time Wednesday night? Please don't say 9:00 again.
Vice President debate time. Oh, it's 9. We're old.
These guys are killing me.
These youngins and their debates.
I wake up early. People on the freaking West Coast get to watch it at like what? 7?
Yeah, right. I think that's why they do it because it's 3 hours. It's like let's do it 8. They could watch it at 5 or 6. I don't know.
Jerks.
All right. You want to talk about that other story that we didn't read about until just 3 seconds ago? Okay.
I sure
Matt wanted to talk about this. So.
I saw it on the page and it looks interesting.
All right, so I'll pull this up.
All right, the head of Thai zoos shot dead amid witnessing wildlife scandal.
Shot dead. So
I shouldn't laugh at that, should I?
No, probably not. Why is it funny?
It's funny. All right, the head of Thailand's state zoological agency was shot dead Saturday as he was pursuing an investigation into the suspicious disappearance of rare animals from a zoo.
Who's stealing lepers?
So
I don't know.
Somebody is stealing
animals,
and
this dude
was trying real hard
This needs to be a Criminal Minds episode.
to figure this out, and somebody just straight up killed him. It is crazy. The suspected gunman is one of the 4 senior zoo officials being
In the
investigated.
Yeah.
Wow.
He got shot in the office several times at the zoo.
Wow. Several times?
Yeah.
Dude, this is crazy. Dude, I'm just glad to see a crazy news story that's not here.
Yeah, I know. It's right, somewhere else. And it's not even political.
It feels nice.
And it's not COVID.
Rare albino barking deer. All right.
What else did they take? Does it say?
Deer was eaten by a Burmese python.
What is happening? Why are they getting eaten?
What is happening? Wait, can you try to pronounce that name?
This one?
No. Go
Oh.
farther in that sentence.
Oh. All right, I'm going to say this. Here we go. Shalir Muvda. I'm probably close. I'm not. Kasset Samboon.
That is an awesome name.
Shalir Muvda. Kasset Samboon.
That is awesome.
Yes.
All right. Missing deer, along with other animals, was sold to or stolen by wildlife traffickers.
Now there's going
Well,
to
that
be
makes sense.
there's going to be a new investigation. Hey, grammar. 2 A's. I
Unfortunately,
messed up.
they're having a difficult time finding somebody to do the investigation.
No one wants to do it. No one wants to find the barking
Gun-related
deer.
violence is not rare in Thailand, although it is unusual for a senior official to be killed as a result of a workplace
Who's
dispute.
going to kill you over a deer?
I mean, it was a rare deer.
I saw an 8-point buck across my street the other day. I was driving home, and I stopped, and we both stared at each other. And I'm like, "Oh, I need to get my phone," and then it ran away. What I should have said is, "I need to get my gun."
Yeah, you should.
Could you imagine? I just pull out my gun. It's not deer seed. It's close enough. It's almost archery.
$25 billion in criminal income. How do you know? How do you know?
I don't know.
I'm confused.
Well, you could probably base it off of maybe like illegal goods that are sold out of the country. Yeah, illegal trade. I just pretty much said exactly what it says. My bad. All right. Well, that's interesting. Now I know
well,
something
we
about Thai
learned,
zoos.
we learned some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And don't become a zookeeper in Thailand, I guess, is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Anyway, do we have anything else?
No, we talked about the debate and we talked about barking deer getting stolen. So I think
I feel
I
pretty
think we
good about
covered
that.
pretty much everything
Yeah,
across the
we
board.
went through the gambit.
Oh, and still wear a mask. I think that's still going on, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
I mean, the president got COVID, so
Oh, that's that's why you need a mask. Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure.
You should.
Did you hear Biden has a really big mask? Like it's huge. Wait, you don't remember
Oh,
the
I
debate?
remember that.
So what are you talking- it's huge.
He's got
his huge
mask. It's covering everything.
Can't see. Actually, real quick, winter is coming, and that'll be really good for masks because then people can wear those.
Yeah.
For people who live in the colder weather when it's like 10 degrees out.
Yeah, to be
Protect yourself.
perfectly honest, when I've been outside, because I do go outside a lot. When I've been outside and had to wear a mask,
Mhm.
it's actually quite comfortable now.
Yeah, now since it's colder, well, that's why we waited. We went to Knoebels a couple weeks ago when it was only like 60 degrees out, and it was nice because we couldn't go in the summer with the masks. Like it's 95 in the sun, and we're walking. Like get out of here! I'm not doing that. But when it's 60 degrees out, it's comfortable, so it's not too hot.
Did you go in the haunted house?
We did not because Cadence did not want to go. So
Unfortunate.
she made me go last year, and now she did not.
That is such a lame haunted house that I love.
I know. We went in there and Cadence the whole time.
It's so lame, but I love it.
Yeah. All right. That was
right.
fun.
Well, thank you all for joining us here on this ramble that
We're
is
we're
live.
we're back. I think probably.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. We're being remote now, so
Yeah, we're back.
we might be live on Wednesday, maybe. I can't do it by myself because after you left on Tuesday night, I'm just like sitting here like I don't know what to say.
We're bringing Tad in. Tad,
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Is he working on Wednesday?
Well, even if not, the store closes at 9. So
All right. Well,
I'll have him
Tad's
hop
coming
in.
in.
I'll have him hop in.
That's coming in.
And if any one of you want to join in on talking about a certain subject, that would be awesome. Anyone who's libertarian would be cool.
Yes, we are looking for a libertarian to talk about Jorgensen.
Any diehard Biden fans, I'll take.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, anyone.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining us.
Goodbye.
Bye. There's no music.